Hello everyone, this is me, CA Aishwarya, your host for this video. And today in this video, I'm going to discuss why going for an off-campus can be something good that you have never thought about, and why off-campus is an opportunity you should grab before you even actually think of going to the campus. So here in this video, I'll be listing down 5 points that I personally feel are beneficial and that you can get before you go into campus or before you even think about going into campus. And these can be really very helpful because these are the things that can help you achieve things that you thought you did not even need to, but you actually need to. So going directly to the presentation, the first thing that I want to talk about here is while you go for an off-campus interview, it boosts your confidence. So what happens is you have been studying for the past 5 years, you have been studying for the past 4 years, you haven't given any interviews in the recent past. And all the studies that you have done that may have got you good grades, that may have got you to become a chartered accountant, but when it comes to the presentation skills, there are many chartered accountants or there are many people who are not able to present themselves as they are on paper. So what happens is while you are going for an off-campus interview, every time you go to an off-campus interview, it is something that is giving you confidence. You walk into an interview, you qualify it, you take the opportunity or you don't take the opportunity, that is completely upon you. But every time you qualify in an interview for a job, what happens is it boosts your moral confidence. As soon as your confidence is boosted up, it helps you in the upcoming interviews that you might give in the campus or in your dream companies, and they might be giving you that push that you need. So that is the first thing that happens while you are going for an off-campus interview. It is a testing ground, you can say, where you can test everything, where you can see that what if I say this, what will happen, what if I say that, what will happen. So it will give you a lot of confidence, and if you're not qualifying it, it will give you the places where you're lacking. So that is the first point. Moving on to the second point, which is it tells you where you lack and what are the things you need to improve. So let's say you walk into an interview and you have written in your resume that I have audited XYZ listed company. Now the auditor comes to you and or the interviewer comes to you, and let's say he has also done the same audit in his articleship period. Believe me, that happened to me while I was on an interview with one of the big fours, and one of the managers who came to interview me had also interviewed a public listed company which was there that I had also audited. So what happened there was, since I had clearly mentioned that that was the point, the work that I have done, I was able to convince him, I was able to tell him all the things that I did, and he could connect. Surprisingly or unsurprisingly, whatever you can say, he had done exactly the same office that I went to. So he even asked me personal questions. How was Mr. This and this? Is he even there? Or is he there? So what is he doing right now? So now if I have written that I have done audit in a particular branch and I have done these things, I have completed end to end, he might ask things that only you might know, and only you might know those things when you have audited it. So it tells you where you lack and what you should be writing on your CVs. Sometimes what happens is you write things that are open-ended. You write, I have done end-to-end audit of XYZ company. Now that gives the person who is interviewing you portal of things where he can ask you questions, where he can take this interview. Remember, an interview is good only till you are able to drive it. As soon as the interview goes off your hands, so goes your job opportunity. So it will help any off-campus interview that you're giving, that will help you understand whatever you're writing in your resume, what is the impact or what are the questions that interviewer is planning to ask or is thinking to ask. And that way you can modify your resume, you can make the changes that are necessary in your resume. And ultimately, while you're going for a campus, if you could not qualify in the off campus, ultimately when you sit in a campus, you already know the things that were necessary to be put down in your resume. That is the best way you can make your own resume. You don't need guidance from people telling you this is the way you make resume, that is the way you make resume. So that is the best part of going for an off campus interview. Moving ahead, the third point, which is it helps you understand what your resume has in excess and what it needs. So what happens is, let's say you are writing your hobbies. So just for the heck of writing it, you write, I love reading books, I love reading newspaper. And what happens is the interviewer, he is kind of trying to make you comfortable, and he first starts with some informal questions. Oh, you have this hobby. Oh, you like reading books. So which was the last book that you read? No, actually you haven't read any books. So what will you say? Let's say you memorize one of the name of the books, and luckily or unluckily he has also read that book. So maybe you wrote this the name of the book just because you found it somewhere and you read a review of that book, but he knows actually what had happened in that book. Now he starts questioning you. So as soon as you're not able to answer it, that is the point of time where you have already ruined it. There is no chance going ahead, because he knows whatever you have written in your resume might not be true anymore. Similarly, let's say the other example that I gave of reading a newspaper. So I have seen people where interviewers have asked them, okay, you read newspaper on a daily basis. That's very cool. That's something even I am trying to do, but I am not able to do. Tell me how you do it, how you get the time to do it. And maybe in that course, tell me 5 news that you read maybe in the morning. So no matter how smart you are, no matter how things you understand quickly, you won't be able to produce 5 news instantaneously. You will maybe able to do it, you can say 2 news, 3 news, but you won't be able to produce 5 news in front of him that day. You will, if you answer that today morning, since I was preparing for the interview, I did not read the newspaper. So he'll say, just tell me what did you read yesterday. So these are the things that are there in your resume. You feel that don't matter, but they matter. These are the things that are in excess. If you don't have a hobby that you think is good enough, that is wrong. If you have a hobby of watching TV, that's fine. If you have a hobby of just Netflixing or surfing the internet, that's fine. Right? What is truth? Also, if you have written things like whatever you have done in your articleship period, whatever, and you have written open-ended statements. So those open-ended statements might lead you to the places where you even did not think of. So let me share an example again, where I had audited another company that was again a listed company, and in that listed company I had done a branch of it, and in that particular branch I went ahead and I just vouched some of the purchases and the sales, and I had a good overview of the expenses. That was it. I did not see anything apart from that. That was done by the partner itself of my firm. So that is what I wrote. So that was something I knew I can say. But this experience I knew because one of my seniors, what he did was he wrote that he had done the audit of that particular branch. So what the interviewer did was he started asking, oh, you have done the complete unit? He was pretty confident. Yes, I have done the complete unit. He said, okay, let's talk about what is the profit margin of the place. How are they making profits? Where are they supplying? How are they purchasing the goods? What are they giving the farmers? These are type of questions the interviewer started to ask, and he was blank. He was a pretty confident guy. He qualified in his first attempt, had a decent articleship. He might have been able to crack one of the top companies that come to the campus, but he wasn't, because he did not knew about it. So this is the thing that you can do and you can know in an off campus. Moving ahead, it is before the campus, so you can get a job before the campus. So campus opens Feb end, and if you have qualified recently and you feel that you're ready for a job, why not just go ahead and find a job that is off campus? It's easy, it's faster, and you might have a job even before campus. So you might not even want to go to the campus anymore. So that is something that is a plus point, and that will always remain a plus point for it. And the last point that is there is demand and vacancies for the chartered accountants are the highest at this point of time. So while waiting for the campus, most of the places that have vacancies in, let's say, three figures, they are already filled up before campus. These companies go to campus only after they have taken interviews of, let's say, the best people. So let me share an experience with you. One of the company that comes to the campus in Delhi has a pay pack of around 10 lakh rupees, and has various manufacturing units around India. What it did was it gave off campus to another campus that happened before the official ICI campus, and it recruited all the top rankers or the people who were good enough in that off campus, and it gave them all the prime locations of, let's say, the metro cities or the tier 2 cities. And when it went actually to the campus, all it had were the vacancies of the places where either they were villages or they were suburban areas. And then ultimately the people had to take it because it was a job that was paying well. So these are the things that people don't think of, and they wait for the campus. So don't wait for the campus. Campus is a good opportunity. If you do not find a job off campus, then definitely going for a campus is the best thing that you can do. So these were the things that I feel are important, and these are the things that I feel you should keep into consideration while you think about going to off campus or rejecting it altogether. And thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any views, do leave them on the comment section, and please subscribe to this channel and share this channel to people whom you think might benefit from it and might gain knowledge from it, because I am here to share my knowledge so that all of you can benefit it and not just a few of you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.